What up? It's Diamond G and
Billionaire Billy Joe, man. How y'all doing out there? America, the world. We here with another episode of the Put to Bed podcast. You hear me?
yeah. Put to Bed podcast back again for another one. I feel like I should just keep that going because I like it. But yeah, we got four new topics for y'all tonight. A couple of them, had me outside my bag a little bit because I had to go think a lot more. Like, This is more like opinion and thought and some research. So yeah, I had to do some things this time. So yeah, bro. You want to get right into it or what? Actually, you know what? Let's start with one thing first.
Yeah.
Let's start with what. So we talked about right before we got on, as we like start recording and stuff, like what we did today. And you said something had you in the chokehold. What was that?
Oh yeah, man. Watching that Raising Canaan got me in a chokehold right now.
Mm.
Yeah.
So bro just started it. I'm right now. I just didn't start this season yet because I've been doing, things like this.
Yeah.
Sacrifice. But like, yeah. But it is good. I can't wait till you catch up to me so we can talk about it more. Because right now, if I say something, I'm gonna mess it up. Because
Yeah.
I've
You
been watching it
spoiled
since
it. You
it
spoiled
started.
it.
Me and
I'm
me
in
and
season
me
2.
and yeah, with me and my son. So yeah,
Now, one thing I can say about 50 though, aside from the controversy, whatever with his music stuff, I mean,
yeah.
as far as creative, like I ain't nobody make that transition like him into the industry of like
I
film
agree.
and production, like him.
I
Like
agree.
I don't feel like he missed. I ain't watched Tommy's, but
Mm,
Power Book 1, Power Book 2 with Tariq, that was crazy. This
crazy.
one is good so far. Like I don't feel like he missed. Even his first, I feel like even like it's probably for the younger generation, they probably don't know nothing about it, but I knew
Yeah.
he was gonna be a hit in the film industry from the day one. Like when he did his movie, when he did that Get
Yeah.
Rich or Die Trying, like that movie
Get
was
rich not
crazy.
trying.
That movie was crazy. Yeah,
It
that
was
movie
it
is
was
what.
crazy, and it showed range.
Yeah, it showed
It
his
showed
range.
some range. Like you
Yeah,
could tell, when they transform or transition into acting, if you can't show that range, you go back.
yeah, because then all the rappers try to do it. Like not all of them, but a lot of them. Then they
Most
all
of
of them
yeah.
show their hand in it and try to act. But like I could see,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, his first film, I said like, oh yeah, he got something. Like it
Yeah,
felt real. The first, even though
it
that Get
did.
Rich or Die Trying, it felt real. So I knew
It
since then,
did.
like, okay, he gonna be something in the film
Yeah,
industry if he take it
because
serious.
I agree. Like when you say it felt real, it made you feel like you was there. Like you was like, damn, I'm really experiencing this brother's story. This don't seem like
Yeah,
nothing
fact.
fake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fact.
And then also I watched all of them. So I can contest that regardless of the controversy they got going on surrounding his name or whatever, he talented as hell.
Oh yeah, facts.
Like talented as hell. I've seen all of it. And when you can make a story book out of different chapters from starting with one and have that thought process and that imagination to go there, man, I ain't seen nobody else do it in the rap game like
Yeah,
that.
no, not the
They
right thing.
try. Cause I even Irv Gotti had one. It wasn't bad. But his was different. His was more like what was it called? Tales from something. I don't know, Tales from something, but it was cool, but it was different. It
Yeah,
was more like creepy type stuff. But yeah, R.I.P. to Irv Gotti as well. But yeah,
yeah.
let's get into it. Let's get into it. So the first one, okay, this first one is Bros, and Bro always get me thinking outside my box for real. And it basically is the moon landing real? Was it real? Uh, do you think it's real for real? Like or were they playing with our minds type thing?
Yeah.
So I don't know. You want to lead that, or you want me to go right into it, or whatever? We can do
I
it.
mean, I could jump
And
right into it because
I
I
think you
probably
should go jump right into it because it's
yeah, I
yours.
could probably
Yeah,
give you some more stuff to feed off of the
yeah.
topic. So the reason why I thought of this is because I was having this conversation with somebody. I can't even remember who I was having a conversation with, to be honest. But we was just both giving our opinion on it. Like I think it was I don't even they don't even matter. I was talking to somebody who don't really be into that type of stuff, but I was just
Mm-hmm.
kind of exposing them to that type of stuff, like a world truth type stuff like that. And
Okay.
I was just telling them like how the moon landing was fake, like to me, and how there's so much information out here that validates the point of it. Like for one, it's
Mm-hmm.
like they say that they don't have the technology to put a man on the moon right now. Like in
Right.
2025, you mean to tell me y'all had more technology in the 70s and the 60s to put a man on the moon than y'all got in 2025? Like, how do y'all just lost this technology that it can't be done? I'm like, that don't even make sense. It don't make sense. And then it was like, if you look at a lot of the pictures from back then, like when they hopping off the thing and then they showed the moon
Yeah.
afterwards with the United States flag on it and all that type of stuff, like it was no damage done to the moon. It's like, but you landing a rocket ship. This rocket ship has all of this fire
Yeah.
at the bottom of it. This is a rocket. Like it has to
Right.
launch. It has to first it had to land, so the fire is probably decreasing. I get that point, but y'all got to get back home. So
It's
this
gonna be
fire is coming
strong.
out the bottom of this rocket to fuel it. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
a different type of fuel that y'all using. This is a different type of power. Like it ain't leave no mark on the moon. It was just a perfect moon surface where y'all landed at and the flag. That don't make
Mm-hmm.
sense. Then the flag was waving like, okay, y'all on Mars. I mean
Right.
y'all on the moon. It's
Yeah.
supposed to
Yeah.
be it's supposed to be zero gravity out there. Y'all floating around. It's supposed to be zero gravity. So how is this flag waving like it's blowing in the wind? Like
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
nothing about it made sense. Nothing about it made sense to me. And then even a lot of the people that was a part of that adventure, like a lot of the astronauts that was a part of that a part of that. I can't think of the exact word, but a part of that adventure, a part of that journey, a part of that mission. A
Right.
lot of them came out and said that it was fake.
Yeah.
A lot of them that was
They
actually
did.
part of that
They
came out
did.
and said, yeah, and said it
They
wasn't
did.
about it. Yeah, and then even like to me, Mrs. I mean, some of this is just my personal opinion, but some of this is stuff that I also researched. Like, man, they shot that in the water. That was something that they just shot in the water
You said
to get the
underwater?
effects. Yeah, and they because even like if you study NASA, a lot of that stuff like they do a lot of their practicing for they voyages and stuff underwater. So
Yeah.
like it don't all of that stuff don't make sense to me, man. It's all propaganda. It's all just to try to play with our minds and make us think this and make us think that, like, and to also always take away the power of God and the power
Mm.
of the firmament,
Mm.
because there ain't no leaving this atmosphere, and that's what they don't
Right.
want us to know. That's what they try to hide. That's what they try to mask and by doing these type of things and saying these type of things by making us feel
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, we capable of leaving the atmosphere, and we not.
Like believing the earth and actual things happening
Exactly.
on its own. On its own.
Yeah.
So you basically saying, if I'm getting this right, bro, there ain't no proof. Well, there's no. Let me get my English correct. There's no proof, and also things ain't lining up. Correct.
Fact.
Okay. So I agree. I did some research on it as well. Just looking and like seeing like because I was a kid. I mean, I wasn't even actually. I wasn't even a
We
kid.
wasn't even
I wasn't
alive.
born. I wasn't born
Yeah.
exactly. I wasn't born yet. So I called the OG, and asked them some questions. And that OG said it's all lies. All of it's lies. So I was like, okay. So when they said that, I'm like, I remember being in school and they showing an old ass video of something, and I'm like, all right. It was one of them times where you put your head down. It was one of them good nap times in class.
Yeah,
Like
type
they
shit.
turn the lights down and you put your head down. You get in trouble, they point you out. But I did that, so I don't remember being there for that. I don't even remember that, but I remember waking up to the video like, what? This happened for real? And this wasn't like it was on the news and stuff, but it wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't there, but it seemed like it would be something that's still talked about like more in depth than in school than a video. So I
Fact.
just feel like they play with our minds with some things. Like you said, in 2025, I can see them doing it now. They have the money, they have the technology. They definitely had the money because we pay a lot of they pay they had the money, they
Yeah.
got the technology, and they got the people, they got the means to do it now. Like you said, then y'all didn't have the money or technology. Y'all was just looking into science and in a different way at that time and really putting the research into science. So how you go from putting the research into science and then bop, we going to the moon. Like, I mean, make
Exactly.
it make sense, make it line up.
Exactly.
It's just, I feel like the government, the facade, because social media wasn't even thought of then, but
No.
like the facade of a tape made it circles. That's what they want us to believe. You
Yeah,
put out there
exactly.
what you want people to believe, and that's what it was. It was I want them to believe this. Let's make it happen. Um, I also heard it was a green screen, and we jumping in the background. We doing our thing, having fun and shit. Like we doing that like behind a green screen. So then like, you can do whatever you want at that time with a green screen for sure. But now, oh, we got the technology to do a lot of things. And I think that government does things that we don't know, and they might be doing things, and we might find out later on. But I think it's happening. I think that's happening behind the scenes. But
Oh,
the
yes, a
old
lot of
shit,
stuff happening.
nah. The old shit, nah. I think
Yeah,
it was something to make us believe in something again because all things always happen, like a war or we lose troops or whatever, and then let's make them believe again, and something happens like that.
yeah, facts. Yeah, definitely. It definitely propaganda though. Like it don't make sense for y'all to have the technology then, but y'all don't have it now. That alone is you blew me with that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, just I really had to think about it though, because before, like, I was like, you put it like you get sucked into what they want you to believe for real.
Yeah, you
Like
do.
you
You
get
get
shown these
indoctrinated. You
videos
get
in school.
indoctrinated.
Yeah, you get shown these videos in school. They talk about it. They make you believe it. You do reports on the shit.
Facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to pick. Like, how many times we had topics in school, and it was a list, and you had to pick from shit, and I'm pick for stuff, and that was one of the things on there. Like, so it was something they made us believe at the time as a kid, and you roll with it. You don't think nothing different until you what? You do some research and you start questioning
Oh yeah,
questions.
yeah. That's the best thing
Yeah,
a man. That's the best thing man can do is to question
for
things.
real, for real, for real,
Fact.
for real. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean that's put to bed for me because
Oh yeah, it's
it
put to
made
bed
me.
for me.
I really enjoyed that. I mean, I'm happy that you did bring it up because at first I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I said, huh? What the? Beep? And it was like, a censor. And then I'm like, let me look. And then I asked some questions, asked OG, asked the young G. And I'm like, all right, I can do this. Now I'm thinking, because I'm like, I've been in TV land, so yeah. But let's move on. It's just bad to me though.
All right, the second one is one of your topics. I'm gonna let you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna introduce it, but I want you to touch on it first. So, it was
Okay.
dances that they stole from us.
Yeah. Mhm.
Elaborate.
Mhm. I sure will. So I grew up in the era of Uncle Luke. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he I was young as hell. Shouldn't have been popping, twerking, popping that thing to nothing. But I did grow up to Uncle Luke,
Mm-hmm.
and Doodoo Brown and all that. And now it's called. So when I was, and then I also grew up to twerking, because when I was what 16, 17, 18, Yang Twins, twerk, whistle while you twerk, all that was out at that time too. But they
Right.
also said twerking back in the day. But then all of a sudden, it's like people invented new things like, oh, we twerking is now our thing. We made it. Like a lot of songs. I don't know how many times I turn on the radio and I think it's an old song in the beginning like Keith Sweat, damn Tony, something in the beginning. I'd be like, oh shit,
Yeah, you hear
because I
that
grew up to
sample?
that. I
Yeah.
was a kid. Yeah,
Uh,
I grew up to it, so my mom and them used to jam that, so I know it all. But then it'd be like, with a bam at the job. I'm like, what the like they get the rapping and shit. So like, you know, like so it throw me off. So I'm like, dude, they steal a lot of shit from like this new generation. Like I don't see a lot of originality. I'm gonna be real.
yeah,
I just
fact.
feel like a lot of things are like recycled. Not I'm gonna say I ain't gonna say stole, recycled. There's no originality. I know like people came up like people wasn't thinking saying like Nelly country grammar. Ti came out pretty like different, Rubber Band Man, stuff like that. But like even Jeezy, they came out different because they voices and things like that and what they was talking about. But
Mhm.
like now it's like everybody sound the same, everybody kind of look the same,
Oh yeah.
and the music is recycled. It's not like a new wave of things. I did see like recently like what's the Boys to Men? One of their sons, which one? Wayne. One of their sons. They got a group, and they sing real R&B. Now they sound way older than they should singing these R&B songs, but like but that's the way I want to see something recycled. Like if we're gonna do that, let's put our kids out here and actually make good music, not like that. Music because you my son, you gonna put something out type music.
Type music
Like
for
I
sure.
feel like a lot of the dances and things like that is taken, stolen, or whatever, and put in a different name, and then it's ours. I feel like respect ain't never put on that generation's name for
That
like
that
what they
part.
put out there. You know what I'm
That
saying?
part.
Because
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. A nigga been, I mean, a woman been, a lady been popping they back, you know what I'm saying, since they was like 11 years old. Now I got back problems and stuff. I sacrificed my back for a lot of these people out here popping and doing
Paid
things.
away.
You know what I'm saying? Doodle Browning and
Back paid away
Uncle
for
Luke,
y'all.
right. And now I got back problems. I want some respect put on that. You know what I'm saying? Don't just come out and saying like we twerking and it's ours. No, we've been doing this for a minute, cuz.
Yeah,
Like,
it ain't new.
yeah. So that's what I meant by it. It's just more about like I ain't want no big, conversation like that. It was just more like, man, today I was in the car. No, yesterday. I'm sorry. I was in the car, and I was like, oh shit, and it was Keith Sweat, and all of a sudden, this dude just came on,
Drop.
got the rap, and I'm like, what the hell? Now I got into it because now he already sucked me in with the beat, so I already got into it.
That's the
That's
point
what
though.
sucked
Yeah,
me.
that's the point.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
point of
yeah.
the
So they
sample
sucked me
is
in.
to suck in that old
Exactly.
generation and a new generation
Yeah.
and grab people. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep, that's the point. I want to get the people who grew up to this, but they older than me type shit. And it did because I was like, forget it. And then all of a sudden Gorilla came on, dirt and dirt. And I'm like, oh shit. And it sucked me in. But like in the beginning, I was like, I got mad, I was cussing. I'm like, man, talking to a youngin in the car, like, they always stealing our shit. And then I heard some stuff, I was like, all right, it's all
I ain't gonna
right.
lie. When I first heard you talk about the topic, when you first texted to me, I thought you was talking about like other cultures stealing from us. I didn't know you was talking about like
Ah,
yeah.
you
See,
know
that
what?
was
Let's
my
get into it.
interpretation
Let's get into
until
it.
you just said that.
Yeah, let's get into it. You know what? That was one of my points on there. I guess didn't get into it because I kind of went into a rabbit hole of popping that back. But yeah, absolutely. Our culture is stolen every day, every day. Like I just seen some Indian people line dancing, well,
Yeah.
Pakistan, whatever. I'm gonna say I don't want to make it wrong, like India, Pakistan. If I mess it up, I'm sorry. But I think it was a Pakistani wedding, and they were doing a line dance, and I'm like, hold on, this is real close to like what we were doing, like yeah, bop. Like so, yeah, like a lot of our culture.
That's a whole different. We can go for hours on that though. That's a whole
I
different topic
know.
of what other cultures than stole type
They
stuff.
stole, yeah, I mean, and then I only had a point, like, yeah, and then they stole it from, but yeah, it's like it's everywhere. I feel
Yeah,
like we should get more respect put
I do
on
agree though. I do
what we
agree.
put out there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree. I feel like back in the days, the difference is back in the days, like especially in music and entertainment,
mm-hmm,
you got points for originality. Like you couldn't make it as an artist if you wasn't original. Like people didn't want to hear
yeah,
another Tupac. People didn't want to hear. I mean, people they want to hear another Tupac. They've been waiting for another Tupac forever. But people didn't really necessarily want it. But even then, if you came out sounding too much like Pac, oh, they finna clown you. Like you sound too
yeah,
much like Pac. Even like people like Shine. Shine could have had an illustrious career aside from him going to jail. But out the
mm,
gate, like he came out sounding too much like Biggie. People did, and it
yeah,
was a bunch of artists that came out that sound like Pac. I can't even think of none of their names. Like the
mm-mm,
moment Lil Zane started sounding too much like Pac, his career faded
mm-hmm,
away.
mm-hmm.
Like back in the days, it was like you had the
That's right.
DMXs, you had the Pac, you had the Biggie, you had the Jay Z's, you had the not. Like everybody had their own identity, even the Waynes and like that
Yeah,
like you said, the Jeezys, everybody had their own, the Gucci. Like it
yeah,
was you couldn't be illustrious, you couldn't have an illustrious career in the music industry if you didn't have no originality. If you came out sounding
exactly.
like somebody else, it was like, why would I want to buy this Family Dollar peanut butter when I can go to the regular store and get Jiffy or get
Hello,
a name brand type stuff? We already got this.
hello,
We don't need more of this out here when we already got this. Why would I purchase this when this already exists somewhere else? Like
exactly.
why would I go buy the Family Dollar brand what they call them Fruity O's when I can just go
Cheerios.
get Fruit Loops, when I can go get the real deal type stuff. So that's
Mm-hmm.
how it was looked at, and you got clowned if you came out and you didn't have no originality. If you sounded just like somebody else, if you was biting
Yeah.
somebody else's style, they called it biting. Like you biting,
Right.
we don't want to hear that. But these days, I feel like we in the trend era. So with
Yeah.
social media, like even on social media, even on apps and stuff, you got a handful of people that like have originality that set the trends,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody else just follow it. If
Yeah,
they
they
see it's getting
follow.
likes and views, they're gonna take your same exact sound. They're gonna take your
Mm-hmm.
same exact
Absolutely.
comedy bit. They're gonna take your same exact dance. They're gonna take your
Yep.
same exact content and just put it on their page, and then somebody else gonna do the same thing, and somebody else gonna do the same thing, and somebody else gonna do the same thing, and they trying to go viral off everybody else shit. Like, people don't really give points for originality no more. They get points more for how good can you take somebody else shit? How good can you emulate something that's already popular? So that's why I feel like people don't give credit and give respect to the originals and the creators, and even the younger artists in the rap game and the music industry. Like, they don't look up to the GOATs like they used to. They'll tell you, like, oh, I don't know who this artist is. I don't know who KRS is. I don't listen to Tupac. I don't do this. He was this. He was that. Like, but you want to be a music artist. Like, these artists paved the way for you to even have a career. Like, and for one, none of y'all can even touch them. Like, this shit. No. I mean, not to sound like I do music. You know, I'm a connoisseur of music. So I like substance. I like bars. I like anybody can get on this. Anybody can make music. Anybody can rap. Anybody can get on the phone and say, "Pop that pussy, shake that ass," or "I got the Draco on me, I'll blow you down." Anybody can do that, but it takes some skill to have your own style, to have your own delivery, your own concepts, your own everything. It takes originality. It takes creativity. It takes a certain level of skill to be original. Anybody can sample a beat and get on there and use the same chorus that they used 20 years ago because it was a hit. That's the cheat code. You ain't making nothing really new. You just taking something that was already a hit and redoing it in your own version. Like, that's a cheat code. Like, it's kind of watered down, but people don't really get cool points for that. So I feel like everything stole from back then. Period. Yeah. Everything it's nothing. They don't pride themselves on originality now. Like, everything gets stolen. And the people that do be the creators of it, even in the, like, on the apps and everything, the people or the music, whatever. People that do good to be the creators, like you said, they don't get as much credit as they should. People that steal your shit and act like they don't know who you is, act like they don't know where they got it from. Like, that's trash to me. If you gonna take it in commemoration, take it and give and give some kind of not praise, but what's the word I'm looking for? Not respect.
I won't say respect. It's not. It's more.
Get some pay homage. Get some homage to it. Pay homage to what came before you, what paved the way for you, what gave you the opportunity to do this. What inspired you to do this? Like, don't just act like you just brought this, just pulled this out your ass and then you did it yourself, because that's trash. Like that, but it's put to bed for me.
Yeah, like you said, pay homage to the people before you. That's just respect, period.
That's just respect, period.
And then I just had one more point. Like you said, you do music, so like, longevity is a big thing. All the people you name, I wanted to include 2 Chainz too, because, like, even now they made music for a couple generations now. Like, even ours, and then they got the new people something like Gucci. They consider, like, it's still some people who had that longevity because they different.
Because they got originality.
Yeah, they got originality.
A lot of these artists these days is microwave artists. Like, you're not gonna hear about them, and even not even to talk down on nobody. But man, when the Migos first came out, I said, yeah, they nice, they dope. I like the music, but it's not gonna last. And niggas was like, oh, bro, you hating? You just hating because you make music and this and that and this and that. I'm like, no, bro, I can hear it. Like, I know what's gonna last and what's not gonna last. I can hear it. I can hear it in the substance. I can hear it in the originality. Like, if it's timeless, it's timeless. Michael Jackson, that type of shit, like the music, the Chris Browns, even in the other genres, like, if it's timeless, it's timeless music. If it's not, I can tell. I can tell when something is just a wave. Niggas just listening to it because it's hot right now. A lot of these artists that you hearing now, we're not gonna be talking about them 10 years from now. That shit gonna be dead and gone.
Yeah, I'm big. I'm stuttering. I'm a fan of Migos, and I was broke.
I'm a fan too,
broke.
I'm a fan.
No, I'm saying I know. I know. I get what you're saying. I'm like, I just wanted to say, like, I was broke when that happened. I can't even say it because I was like, what?
Oh yeah. I was still.
I screamed in the morning, getting ready for work, and I was like, what's up? My son was like, what's going on? And yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We definitely need to touch on that on one of the
episodes. For real.
I went down a rabbit hole with that with that takeoff situation, because honestly, he was the best one to me.
Note, because that's a big man.
Yeah, he was the best one to me. That
like, even with certain like Cardi B and she had Twerk. Now that was my song. But like, it's still like the same as Uncle Luke type thing. You know, you basically popping that thing, and it's a recycled music, but in a different form.
Facts.
Because a woman doing it. But I love Cardi B, so let's be real. So yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. So the next topic we're gonna, like, discuss and put out there is ASAP Rocky. The case. The case. So he was accused of two felony counts. I saw with a gun. People always say what they say until the proof come out. So yeah, and then the proof came out. He was accused of shooting at a friend or the former friend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so basically she was shooting a semi-automatic gun at his friend. Now we all know um if when a friend is mad, they bitter, or they over the relationship, or they mad because you moved on, or you grew up, or you got more clout than them, or whatever. Things can switch up. I ain't saying nothing happened because everybody, you know, is yeah. I ain't saying nothing what happened because I wasn't there, but I'm saying like people can be bitter and people can make up stories about you and lie.
Yeah,
Um,
facts.
and for real, I just feel like it was two sides. His side got basically won. They were saying basically on that side like it was a prop gun, and things like that. But he got off. He won his case. I was actually happy to see it. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm
Oh
a
yeah,
fan of his music and Riri. But it's more like we never gonna know what's gonna happen. We never know what happened until the facts is out there and the lawyers say what they gonna say and they present everything. And when your lawyer saying you got one person saying the state saying this is happening, and your lawyer saying, nah, this was fake. The gun was fake, man. This dude bitter. Or, some money got into the play. And
mm-hmm.
now he mad. Or now you see what he had and see where they had. They started at the same level, group, or whatever situation it is. And, somebody get mad about it. So
Yeah.
like we've all seen it in other groups we love. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
yeah,
money get in the way. Sometimes you break up. Sometimes people get bitter, and sometimes people want to make up some stories about you. And sometimes them stories get to the legal people, and the people come to you.
oh
It
yeah.
ain't always right, but it do happen every day. So
Mm-hmm.
like that's what basically what happened. I feel like in my understanding of it, he won his case, and I'm kudos to that because I'm always good for a black man winning their case. And the
Facts.
way he jumped over them damn benches to get to Riri, I want that
Oh
kind of
yeah, I
love. I'm gonna
don't
put that
blame
out
you.
there. Yeah, I want that kind of love. I'm gonna put that out there. Like that's the love I want. Put it out there because he said woo woo. I said, oh damn. He didn't even wait. He
I
said, you
don't
should have
blame
said
you.
not good. It was a good, and it was like, yeah, I'm home, baby. Like, and I respect it, but like, I
Facts.
feel like we don't know what happened, so I ain't gonna put it out there that it happened or it didn't. But I'm for his lawyers won the case, and that's what matters to
Yeah,
me.
facts.
So, what's your take on it, bro? For real, like, what's your take on that?
So my take on it is this. Like, first I want to say, like you said, a lot of people, and I witnessed this in my own life. Like I witnessed
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
firsthand, and I've seen it secondhand, third hand. But so
Exactly.
I from stemming from kind of the same type of situations. Like when we both start here, and you feel like we grew up together, we came up
Mm-hmm.
together, we didn't went to the same struggles we went through, we came up in the same hood, we went to the same schools,
Yep.
whatever it is. We didn't,
Yep.
and one party goes here,
Level
and the
up.
other one probably come here, but they don't necessarily get all the way here because you got to look at it, man. He with Rihanna. Rihanna is a
Yeah.
billionaire. His wife is a billionaire. This man is a
Right.
is a fashion icon, a rap superstar, and he's married to R&B to pop royalty type shit.
Exactly.
That alone is going to stem some kind of jealousy. Like
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
said, I ain't gonna really touch on what happened and what didn't happen because I don't know. I wasn't there to say
It,
it. It
mhm.
could have been. He could have fired that buddy. It could have been, and it could have been rightfully
Exactly.
so. It could have been not been rightfully so. I don't know. But at
I
the
don't
same
know.
time, I ain't gonna touch on all of that. I just want to touch on the details that hit home for me. So I
Hmm.
know that niggas can get jealous because of your situation. Like people feel like
Yeah.
somebody always want what you got, and
Absolutely.
it be the people that know you the most that always want what you got. A stranger ain't gonna want what you got. They gonna want what you got, but they not gonna envy you. It's not gonna
No.
be jealousy. It's gonna be just out of admiration. Or I want what he got. I want the car he got. I want the chain he
It's
got. I
gonna be
want the fame
different.
he got. I want the money he got. But a nigga who know you, they want the life you have. They want
Hmm.
they literally want the life you have. They wanted to take you out to get your position. Like they jealous,
Right.
they envious. It's different than admiration. And I feel like I definitely played a role in this situation just because just from
Absolutely.
details that I looked at. It's like First of all, he got mad at him because one of their homies died.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of the ASAP members died, and he hit him up like, why you changed, bro? You ain't pay for the homie funeral. He died. Want. I ain't even gonna mention buddy name, but this the
Right,
other
right. That's why.
ASAP talking
Mm-hmm.
to ASAP Rocky. Cause I don't. He police anyway. That's a whole nother. You feel me? But he police, so
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even finna mention his name. But
Right.
the other ASAP called ASAP Rocky was on some. You ain't pay for the homie funeral. You bogus. You changed. And so the other homies, he like, bro, what are you talking about, man? Get off my line with this, basically. Like, you tripping.
Exactly.
Know what you talking about before you hit me up talking whatever you talking outside of your
Mm-hmm.
neck. So then the other homies informed him and they ASAP. You know, it's a lot of them. It's ASAP Ferg, ASAP. It's a lot of them.
Oh, I
So
know.
the other
Yeah.
members of the group hit Buddy up and was like, look, bro paid for the whole funeral. Like you tripping. You
You
damn near owe
tripping.
bro an apology. Like he paid for Brody's whole funeral. So even after that, he like, oh well, I'm still beefing with him. That alone let me know. Okay, it's deeper now. It ain't about
Now
bro.
you mad,
It ain't
mad.
about bro funeral. It ain't about bro passing. It's about you jealous. You just
Mm-mm.
jealous. You talking about this man changed
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, he did change. Are you expect me to become a millionaire and be married to a billionaire and stay the same? Nigga, you're foolish. I
Exactly.
hate when niggas say that like,
I'm
oh, you
supposed to
changed, you
change.
got this and you changed, or you got money and you changed, or you got this status and you
Yeah.
changed. I'm supposed to change. You supposed to
Hello.
change. It's called evolution. If I get $1 million, you expect me to still stay on the same block in the same hood,
Right.
doing the same stuff that I did when I was broke? No, that's how niggas
No.
get killed. That's how you get Nipsey Hussle. The rest in peace. I love Nipsey like music. I love. That's how you get Young Dolph. Niggas, you
Yeah.
think
I'm
you
a
can still be
fan,
in the
fan.
same? You think you
Yeah.
can get in the same environment and the same hang with the same people doing the same thing?
People be
When you reach a
mad.
certain level, you can't, bro. You got to move out. Like it's not selling out. It's being smart. That's what we doing it for.
It's being smart.
We not getting rich
Being safe.
yeah, we not getting rich and getting wealthy and getting successful to stay in the same environment in which we can't to stay in the same
Mm-hmm.
hood, to stay in the same traps. That's the whole point of getting the pay to get up out of there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I could
Hey,
come back through building schools and building shit. But when I
yeah,
come back, I'm
right.
coming with a whole security detail. I ain't got nothing to prove to think I'm tough as hell. Because bullets don't care about you being tough as hell or being about
Sure
you being
don't.
real. And neither do the
Sure
haters or
don't.
the jealousy or the envy. So I feel like he fell victim of that inadvertently. And he linked
Mm-hmm.
with him on some what's happening type stuff. And he probably did blow at him. He probably did, come
I
on that
mean,
type of energy with him. But at the same time, I feel like if he did, I feel like I can't say whether he was right or wrong or whether he did what he did or not, but I can say the mistake that he made was he shouldn't have even linked with Buddy.
nah.
Leave him where
Nah.
he at, man. You got a
Yeah.
beautiful wife, you got a beautiful kids,
Yep.
you got a beautiful family, you live in a beautiful situation. Let Buddy
Yep.
think what he think. You ain't got to meet up with
And
him,
keep it
link with him,
moving.
throw hands with him, popping. Like let him think what he think, bro, and remove him from your situation. Now that you see what type of
Mm-hmm.
character he is, he didn't approach you about this situation. Y'all got clarity to show, like, okay, I paid for bro funeral. It should have been dead at that. If he still got some anna with you after that, that's his own personal
That's
problem.
his
Let him
own.
get in
Yeah.
that. Yeah, catch him when you
Yeah.
catch him. You mean, but don't step outside your body because that's how we as black people be falling into them traps, man, of being getting set up by
Mm-hmm.
people and getting ratted on or getting killed. And you mean
Mm-hmm.
because we feel like we got something to prove. We still got to show that we hood. We still got to show that we down. We still got to show that we for the people. Man, fuck the people. Not
Yeah.
in a bad way,
Not in
but
that way. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, but do what you can do. Get some money back. Build some schools. Build some community centers. Talk some righteousness. Put some of that money back into your people.
Yeah.
That's how you show that you still real. That's how you show that you still connected. That's how you show that you still down. Not by hanging out with the same niggas, hanging out in the same club, and going back to your city thinking you can't be touched. Like that's idiotic to me.
You can come back, you can go to a news segment, say some things. You can do certain things to make sure you're in a safe environment. You ain't gotta go back to certain areas where you
Yeah.
know
Yeah, I'm talking about from back on the
people
block. I'm
got
talking about
yeah,
back to
yeah,
the same
yeah.
hood. Back
Like I
literally,
wouldn't
not to your
mm-mm.
literally back to the hood. Like
Right,
back to your
right.
same blocks, back to the same because everybody that don't love you. It's gonna be people that just love
It's
you
always
that's
somebody.
glad that you came up and glad that you elevated and glad that you did your thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be them people. But you're gonna have a 50-50 probably. You're gonna have another whole another half of people
You
that's gonna
are.
be mad that you made it. That's gonna be jealous and envious that you made it and feel like, oh, this nigga think he better. Or
Right.
even though he got
Yeah.
money, I still can whoop him. I still can do this to him. I still this and that. He still like people you gonna always have more hate and jealousy in your own city, in your own
You
community
are.
then you have love. And that's the sad part about it. And that's what we got to
It
realize as people.
is.
Because most of these rappers, they get killed in their own hoods. They get killed in their own cities. Most of the artists
Right.
who get killed, man, a lot of them get killed in their own city or
In
by
their
their own
own
people,
city.
by some nigga that they knew or their family member or a group member. It always be like
Mm-hmm.
that. But
And
I
it's
feel like
sad that it
that's
is
just
like
my take
that.
on it.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. I appreciate your take on it. It's sad it's like that though, for real, because you should be
It's
able to
very
come
sad.
back.
Yeah, it's very sad.
And pay homage to where you come from, because that's what they really doing most of the time. They paying homage to where they come from, and they want to bring other people in. And I understand the sentiment, I do, but being realistic,
You got to do it a certain way.
it's not safe, always safe out here and in your neighborhoods anymore once you blow up to a
Yeah,
certain
you got
level,
to do it
because
a certain way.
always it's always one, always, even if it's that 49% or 48%, it's always one or two who in the background looking, waiting for that opportunity for real.
Facts, facts.
So
Even
like,
if like
yeah,
man, you can start. Initially, what Nissy do is great. Like, but put
I
people in
love this
position.
one.
Now that you done got this established and you done built these, and you done built this, you done built this whole strip mall, and you done got your store, you done got your what's name, all your shit
Hmm.
together, all your ducks in a row. You know, hire niggas out, hire your homies, hire them to run this. You don't have to be
Right.
here all the time, and when you do be there, make sure that only a certain amount of people know. Man, you got to move like you the president, bro. You got to move. You got to move different.
Yeah,
You can't move how
we
you
have them
like
different.
when people we get that in our head like we can't be touched. Everybody love us, man. It's not the case. Our own people gonna be our downfall. Like that's the sad part. We gotta realize that and know that, and not think that because we got this status or got this money or got this name
Hmm.
that we can't be touched. Like that's a lot of people downfall. Like you still can be touched, bro. You gotta move. You gotta
Yeah.
protect yourself. You gotta protect you as an asset and protect your family and protect your legacy.
Yeah, you do. Because, I mean, like you said, it's realistically, I mean, unfortunately, we got to think like that. We got to think outside the box. We
Yeah,
can't
you
think
got to.
like, and then also, man, never mind. It's puts to bed for me.
Yeah, it's put to bed for me. And that kind of segues into our last one though, like
Yeah, yeah.
carrying protection and I'm gonna let you jump into it though, for real. I'm gonna let you explain the last one because it's your topic.
Yeah. So, I just had some thoughts. I was reading the news in my area, and I found out about a situation where, somebody breaking into your crib, somebody breaking into your house, and you at home, your domain, your safety net, and you do have a firearm. Now, this person is breaking into your home or your car. It is, we're gonna say both because that's what's happening most of the days.
Yeah.
Your house or your car, and you have a firearm. At what point do you use it, or do you use it to scare that person away, or get that person at your house, or and I also want to know, like, your take on, does it matter if it's a minor or not? Like, you in your crib, you watching TV, you laying down on your couch, and you see that door now move, and somebody, like, you like, oh, really, like, and you look out that peephole, whatever, and before you know it, door get kicked in, and you see what, 15-year-old, 16-year-old. Does that make a difference in your mindset if you gonna use your firearm or not? And then you feel like it's your right to have a firearm if it's in your home?
I mean, mine is gonna be real brief. I know we always
Yeah,
say this, but I'm in this
yeah.
situation, mine is going to be very brief. For one, I'm you know me, blood. Like I done did a
No,
lot of
I
changes.
know.
I done been through a lot of changes and a lot of evolution in
Yeah.
my life. But I'm a trap baby. I done been gang banging.
Hello.
I done been in the streets. I done seen it. So from knowing like firsthand experience, You're not gonna think. I'm not gonna notice if you're 15.
Mm.
I'm not going to mentally notice that you're a kid. Like when all I notice is that I'm in threat, I'm blowing at you. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care. I mean, not to say I don't care. I might because I'm not going to notice.
I
I'm in
get it.
shock. I'm in defense mode. My fight or
Yeah.
flight has kicked in. I'm not gonna
Yep.
look and be like, I'm not on the couch and then a nigga kick down my door and I say, oh, this is a kid. Let me talk to him. No,
Right.
hell no.
Right.
Instantly, my mindset is, oh, I'm in danger.
I'm in
My,
safety.
my, my,
I'm in
my
danger.
child is in danger. My livelihood
Mm-hmm.
is in danger. My woman is in danger. I'm
Mm-hmm.
in danger. I'm defending myself. That's first and
Yeah.
foremost. I look afterwards and see, oh damn, it's a kid. Like damn,
Right.
I'm
Right.
gonna feel bad. But off the
Yeah.
gate, I'm blowing you down.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm toting.
Second
I
thought.
think everybody should protect their assets. Everybody should have a firearm. Everybody should protect themselves in some kind of way protect your assets. Not even your assets as
Mm-hmm.
far as monetary stuff like couches and TVs and all that, but your body. You the asset. Like you also an asset. Protect yourself at all
Right.
times.
I
Protect
agree.
yourself at all times from anything. Like we got kids, we got too much to lose. We work too hard for our shit. Now if somebody outside and they breaking in my car, I'll shoot in the air to just scare you off and get you out the way. I'm not gonna try to kill you because you're not harming me. You breaking into my shit. You pissing me off. but you're not
Yeah.
harming me. I'm not in danger. You're in my vehicle. But if you come into
Right.
my house, I'm trying to kill you. That's
Yeah.
period. That's period. That's it. And that take that people take how they want to take it. That's my. I put to bed. I'm trying to kill you. You come into my house, I'm trying to kill you.
No, I'm
Because
not
what is you
laughing.
doing?
And
You
I'm
threatening me. You threatening my livelihood. I don't care what you coming in
yeah,
here to try to take. I don't care what you trying to do, what you trying to accomplish. I'm not gonna really think to see how old you is because I done been in them situations and I know like when you in that mode, you don't.
100%.
It's not. It's too dire to be. We're analyzing all the
Right. The
extra
fact.
stuff. Of how
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna notice that. I'm blowing at you. I'm blowing at you. That's
Yeah.
it.
And a hundred. No, I take it back. 1,000% agree. Like you said, it's in my car. Like I'm not in immediate danger. Now my immediate thought, because we grew up where we grew up and we saw some things.
Yeah.
My bros experienced some things. I've seen some things. Yo, the original thought is I'm blowing regardless, but
Yeah.
in my car, like, but in my car, like you said, I'm not an original, a threat. I can do something. I can, do something different to make sure that, I can do something different.
Yeah.
But home wise, yeah, nah. That's it. When you cross that domain to come into my home or attempt to come into my home, all bets are off. It's a
All
wrap.
bets is off.
You signed up for that. You signed
Yeah,
up
you
for
signed
that.
up for that. You signed up for that. And that at the end of the day, like I said, I might feel
Yeah,
bad that you a kid, but nigga, you should know better, bro. Like this is where people lay their heads. You playing a dangerous
exactly.
game, fool. You playing a dangerous
Yeah,
game. Like,
absolutely.
nigga, don't play like that.
No, don't play like
Play like
that.
that,
And
'cause
that's
I'm
that's
blowing.
more of a react thing later type of thing, because like you said, you got people sleeping in the crib, you got people you love in the house. That's definitely a thing, a action now, think later type of thing for sure.
Most
Now my
definitely.
car is think now, action later.
Yeah.
Think call the police possibly, or scream. Do something, because I'm my thoughts on that is different. But like Um, like, yeah, I would do something different in that situation. But you come to the crib, it's a wrap. It's a
Oh yeah,
wrap.
it's a wrap for you. You picked. I
Hmm.
hope you got life insurance because you gonna
Right.
need it. You feel me? Or you better blow before I blow because you better be coming in here not to just steal. You better be ready to kill because
I love
it's going. It's a situation, and I don't
it's a
care about none of that. Like
situation.
I feel like we should all have protection. I feel like they try to take away our protection as much by making it hard for you to get weapons or saying you can't get a weapon because you're a
Yeah,
felon or this and
absolutely.
that. But like all of that, I hear it, but you're gonna have to. I'd rather get caught with it than caught without it. I'm gonna leave
You
it at that.
know, it,
For my
it,
own legal safety and my own, I'm going to leave it at that. I'd rather get caught with it than caught without it.
that part. And like you said, hey, I better be caught with it, but I also want to make sure that my people safe, my family
Exactly.
safe at all times. And
Exactly.
I'm a woman, so my situation a little different because people run up all the time,
Yeah.
anytime.
I feel like every woman should, every black woman, every woman, period, like should have some kind of means of protection, like mate,
Exactly.
a gun, a
Yeah.
knife. Every woman should have some kind of protection. It's a lot of creeps out here, man. And it's not
Yeah.
getting better.
It
It's only getting
is.
worse.
It
They
is.
kidnapping women. They raping women. They harassing
They're doing a
women.
lot
Like yeah, protect yourself, ladies. Protect yourself at all times.
at all
Go
times.
take the necessary. Like if you want to spend that money to go to the club and all that type of stuff, man, you can take that
Hey,
money and
get
invest that
that.
into a gun. Invest that
Yeah.
into some
Yeah.
classes so that you know how to shoot. Invest that into something
Exactly.
that's gonna
Put some
be
money
just gonna
into it.
protect you and your kids and your life.
Hmm.
Like fuck the bullshit.
Absolutely. And then because a lot of like a lot of domestic violence relationships in certain situations, so that's another way you should
Yeah,
protect yourself.
yeah.
But
Protect yourself at
we
all
can talk
times.
about that another time. I just wanted to say one thing. I want to point out one thing that you said. They do make it hard. They make it hard for people of color, black people. I'm not even gonna
Oh
say
yeah.
people of color. Black people getting guns. Other people get guns all the time because we see them play out in other
Oh yeah.
situations. So
Yeah.
yeah,
See
they
15
make
year
it hard
olds
for
running
black
in schools
people.
with AR-15s, but a grown person
Yeah.
like myself gotta jump through hoops.
Yep, they make it hard because they make black people felons within a second not even a second thought.
Snap. Yeah.
Not even a
Yeah.
second thought.
Facts.
But yeah, bro, that's what's the bed for me for sure.
Oh yeah, it's put to bed for me. It was put to bed
Yeah,
for me
yeah,
the moment the
yeah.
moment it started.
Cause I'll go in. But yeah, we went into like what four topics, like we always do, four situations, four things we want to put out there. And we want to see your thoughts. We want to hear your thoughts. Put it in the comments and let us know what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and what you want to hear.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly what she said.
Right. And then, yeah, like it was some good topics tonight for sure. It made me think, and I appreciate when you open my mind up a little bit, because I'd be like sometimes so narrow because I got so much going on in my actual life that I'd be like, I got time to think about that. But then you got to think about it because it's happening in real
Yeah,
life.
it's happening in real time, in real life. It's a
Right.
big thing, and that's I don't want to go too deep into it, but like what you just said is and that's why I do have them challenging conversations, why I do have
Hmm.
them challenging topics, not
Yeah.
only for you, but for like for my people that I on an everyday basis.
Right.
I talk stuff. I mention these topics and stuff like that to my daughter, to my
Yeah.
girls, to my homies, to my
Yeah.
friends, like to my parents, like because like you said, most of us are tunnel vision in our own world,
Uh-huh.
and that's the main thing I hear from people is like, oh, that don't got nothing to do with me. What the presidency and this and that, what the world, Earth being flat and all
Yeah.
this stuff, what does that have to do with me? How's that affecting me? Like we so caught up in our daily lives of what we got to do, what we got to accomplish, what we got to that we don't see like the outside agenda, and a lot of that stuff is spiritual warfare. We are in a spiritual warfare daily,
Yeah.
and it all adds up, and it all has to do with all of us, but a lot of us don't really see it. I get it. You caught up in paying bills and being a mother and raising your and you feel me and getting your goals accomplished, going to school. That's all of us. We're too busy in our own realm
Yeah.
to really think deep on these type of topics. But we need to, because we don't know
Right. We
how
need
it
to.
affects us until we know how it affects us.
Exactly. I agree. I agree on that. I agree that we need to really look into certain things and make the time for it. Because, like you said, we get caught up, and sometimes you just be like, man, I'm tired. I don't want to think
Yeah.
no more.
That's what they. That's why we don't get free housing. That's why we don't got the 40 acres and a mule. That's why we got to work. That's why
Yeah.
because it's all the distraction. They meant to keep us in the rat race, to keep us working jobs, to keep us going to school, to keep us doing all of these things. It's meant to distract us from all of the stuff that's really going on in the world, the spiritual
Hmm.
battle and the stuff that's actually happening behind the closed doors. The more we got to worry about surviving and paying bills, the less we worried about our souls, the less we worried about our culture, the less we worried about our people, the less we worried
Yeah.
about positive change and creating and doing all of these things, the less we worried about the real meat of our existence.
Yeah.
Fact.
And if you haven't noticed, bro, come with the challenging questions. I come with more of the social work type of questions, and more the not outside thinking in, but outside the box questions of like what we should be what should we do is for our rights and stuff like that, and women and children and stuff like that, men, and
Fact.
mainly, people of color. So yeah, let's get it's a wrap for me. But
Y'all
yeah,
know
it
how
was
it is, man. Rest your
yeah.
eyes, but don't rest your mind. Don't rest your spirit. Don't rest your soul. Don't
Hmm.
rest your ambition.
Absolutely. And Diamond G out the building. Just, like I said, as you fall, get yourself back up, dust it off, and keep it moving.
Facts. Be in there, Billy go, man. Y'all be safe. Love,
Hey.
sis.
All right, bro. Love you.